Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's the solstice. It's the 21st of December, and at 20 minutes past 9 Irish time, Galway time, the sun will come to pause. And the phrase that I've been thinking of all morning is, if your TV is broken, one of the best ways to help it work is just turn it off. Same thing, people say, did you turn your phone off? Did you try that? We never leave. If you drive somewhere, you turn your car off, because even though you'll need it in an hour, you know that leaving your car running time does not work. Oh, can't hear me. Turn on the microphone. Hold on. For some reason, you can't hear me. Let me just give a second. Hold on. I hope you can hear me now. According to my thing, everything should be working. So saying, maybe you got this already, maybe you didn't, but welcome back. It's the solstice, and with all electrical appliances, we always say, "Oh, have you tried turning it off?" That's a real surefire way of helping something work again. And so, same thing. Can you turn yourself off? Can you just unplug yourself for a few days, for a few hours, for an afternoon? Can you really sit with the pause of the year? Yeah, it's really important. It's like your car. You don't drive up somewhere and leave your car running because you need it after your shopping, or that you need it tomorrow morning. You turn your car off. So we know that if you leave your car running, that things will overheat, things will become really complicated in your car, all kinds of things will start happening. And we could look at all the different things happening, or we could just say, if you turned your car off, it would really be good. Turn your car off, turn you off, rest into some kind of pause over the next while. I can feel that it's a struggle to pause as well. There's bits of me that are chewing along and are going, how do I pause? How do I stop this? And so I'm enjoying finding those things and pausing them. So come, let's sit and just rest into the pause. And this pause is I think it's almost 5 weeks long, this pause. Until the 1st of February, we'll be in the pause. We'll be in this deep January, this deep pause of the year. So yeah, nice. Come, let's sit. I'm there, and you didn't hear me. Oh, well. Aromatherapy. Rub down through your arms, down through your legs, into your back, into your belly. Nice. And then just bring your hands to your heart. The glimmers in our lives. Today is the longest night, the darkest point of the year, deep dark. But still, this morning I was out and it was wild this morning. It was like rain and wind and the trees were all creaking. And at one stage I walked down this and like there was little twigs falling on me. I was like, God, it's wild. In the midst of that, there's this moon that was just incredible. And there was tiny glimpses of near the end. It had stopped raining near the end. So there are always glimmers, even on the darkest. The light is just around the corner and you just have to just settle in and notice it. So come rest into your child's pose. Resting, pausing down. And now in the midst of this pose, in the midst of these sensations, find glimmers. So find a place in your body that's going, wow, that's a really nice sensation. So for me, there's something in the back of my rib cage that's lengthening. And strangely, maybe not strangely, but the pressure on my forehead and my nose is really grounding and settling. And the arms on the floor and the bony bit of my elbow on the floor is really. So just notice in the midst of this, where are the places, the dust of the glimmers within this moment now? Nice. Walk your hands over towards the right. It was back in November, near the end of November, I think the 19th or something of November, and I was talking about elephant in India. And I was talking about, around the same time, I was talking about a book that I was reading, and that these girls, they knew in the deep of themselves that they were adored. And they wore it like a coat of resource, and nothing could touch them because resources turned to the other side. And so same thing with the glimmers, most beautiful cape of twinkles in your day, in your moment to moment experience that are glimmering, twinkling, shining. Come all the way back to center, come into your cat, rounding your back. So in the midst there is glimmers. In the midst of a family dinner, an afternoon by the fire, because that holds many things. For some people is good, but it's bad. And then an afternoon of deep pause is good, but so there's nothing that is all one thing as you round. So each of us are managing something. Each of us are meeting something in the deep. And so to know that your experience is valid. Whatever it is, too much pause, too much go. But how do you and your sense of experiencing okayness in the midst of all this? Pull yourself back into your down, drop back into your heels, find a glimmer here. Where? Oh, that's really nice. I've been really working, deepening into my calves the last while. I've been doing and different things. So right now, my calves feel amazing. Whoa, that's so cool. So all the work I've been doing, I really feel the difference in my body. We're going to bring some of that into wholesome. This footwork, this leg work I've been doing. Everything got paused. The whole stream got paused, which is quite a profound statement, really. My stream was never paused. So I don't know where we were. So when we got paused. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start with the sun salutation where I was, and then we'll see where we go. I'm not sure. I have no idea why my stream was paused, but maybe because I've just been talking about we need to pause, we need to pause. It's amazing. Okay, great. So come stand at the front of your mat and we shall begin. Yeah, hold on. Let me just check this live. Yes. So if you're finding me, well done. I'm up on the YouTube channel. I just won't be at the same thing as what I was a moment ago. So great. Come. So standing to the front of your mat, reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, reaching up, looking up. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Come all the way forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest, look forward. Hands to the floor, step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Reach your arms back, squeeze your bum, lift your toes. Reach your arms back. I have a feeling this is around where I lost you, but I have no idea because sometimes when I look, I don't know, I have no idea when I lost you. Pushing all the way back, downward dog. Pull back into your calves, settle in. I just feel a deep sense of pulling back into your heels. Stretch your right foot up towards the ceiling. Step your right foot forward. Turn your back foot at a 45-degree angle, rising up. So what I was saying, when I turned to chat to you and suddenly you were gone, that it wouldn't be right to do a solstice class without a swan. So reach your arms up, pull your elbows down into swan. Reach your arms up, lengthen really tall, sink your hips. Nice, pull your elbows down into swan. Reach your arms up, sink a bit deeper into your hips. I'm wiggling my fingers as I reach up, as I look up. Nice, one last time. Pull your elbows down. When I pull my elbows down, I tuck my chin in. It feels really yum. And reaching up, long and strong, reach into your fingers. Arms come down, step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up, reach your arms wide. Palms come together, reaching up, looking up, bending your elbows, bending your knees. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest, look forward. Hands to the floor, step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Squeeze your bum, lift your toes, reach your arms back. Push back. Push all the way back, downward dog. As you pull back into your heels, as you draw back into your legs, have a sense of weight back through your heels, weight into your calves. Stretch your left foot up towards the ceiling. Drop your knees or step your foot forward. Turn your back foot, rising up. So reaching up and look up, maybe, as you wiggle your fingers up towards the ceiling. And then as you pull your elbows into swan, tuck your chin in. Reach your arms up, reaching up, wiggling up. And as you pull your elbows into swan, see if you can deepen into your hips a little bit more. Reaching up. Last one, pull your elbows down, tuck your chin in. Cool. Bring your hands forward. Step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Cool. Come sit on the floor. Feet are hip distance apart. No, around 2.5 feet apart actually. Drop both knees to the right. Pause and zigzag. Come back to center and then go to the other side over towards the right. Pause and zigzag. And so for the next bit, you have the option of either bringing your hands to the floor as you travel from side to side, or keep your arms up as you travel your knees from side to side. So if you're bringing your hands to the floor, you bring your hands to the side where your knees are going. And you bring your hand, then your knees go. Bring your hand, and then your knees go. Or if you're doing it without hands, then there's a sense of counterweighting. So there's a moment where it's like I pull my elbows back, a bit like swan, and then round. That's my shoulders I pull back. So just notice, how do you counterweight? Feel the real active resistance that your shoulders and your spine is creating to counterweight you falling over. Nice. Stretch your legs out long. Roll into your ankles. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Feet to the floor. Drop both knees to the left. Bring both elbows down. So you have the option of staying here in zigzag or sweeping that right leg back and coming into pigeon. So if you're a pigeon person, then go for pigeon. Otherwise, keep your knee bent and just lean into your zigzag. And breathing into your belly. Find a glimmer. It's always very interesting when something technologically, some of my tech goes wrong. I have to really anchor into, how do I slow down? How do I stay present? How do I really stay with this? It's such an incredible practice. Come over to the other side, both elbows down. So either lengthen your left leg long, come into a pigeon, or keep your knees bent and come into zigzag, resting down. So everything is a practice of learning how to live a more wholesome and present life. And so for me, glimmers are a way of me. Sometimes the whole experience of something is a bit too much, or it's a bit, I can't be present to all of it, but I can pull layers out and I can be present to that. There's always something that I can be present to. Come all the way back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart. Hold on to your ankle, sitting up tall. Breathe into your belly. Bring your hands to your heart. And then find a way or find a way that you can be with all of this moment. Hands to your heart, breathing into your belly. So I'm just filled with gratitude. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be exploring, deepening, living in this present moment.